Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to draw this jellyfish drawing right here using chalk pastels, and what you'll need is a black sheet of paper, and then I'm using this set of pastels that I bought from Amazon that will be linked below, and also a wet wipe to wipe your fingers since this will get a little messy. Let's go! So first I'm going to start with drawing two circles in these general areas to represent the umbrellas of the jellyfish. And to start off, we're going to take our darkest color or our shadow and start coloring it in the general area to represent the bottom part. After that, I'm going to grab this light blue color for the highlights. So I'm going to color it in the general area where I want it, and this doesn't have to be neat since we're going to go and blend it with our fingers later. And you don't have to follow the colors that I'm using, but if you'd like to use your own, I'd suggest that you use the darker colors near the bottom where the shadows are, and then the lighter colors such as the blue and the pink facing your light source. And to do this, you can imagine a sun where you want the brightest part of your object to be, like here, and so this area is what I'm choosing to be the lightest section. After we finish placing down all our colors, we're going to start blending it starting from the light side to the dark side. And right about now is when your chalk is going to get piled up like this, and to get it out of the way, all you have to do is tap it on an area that you're not working on. And you don't want to blow it since it'll get really messy and hard to clean up afterwards. So just a tap on the side will get the dust off and make it easier for you to blend. After blending for a while, I also like to wipe my hands off since my fingers are really dirty from all the pigment, and when I want to blend again, I don't want the previous colors to mix in with my new ones. After that, I'm going to go ahead and add more layers of the chalk so that it'll have a greater vibrancy, since after we blend you can tell that the colors have gotten a lot less saturated and bright, so if we want it to be bright again, we can just layer on more colors. And again, I'm just tapping the excess chalk on the sides so that it doesn't get in the way of my blending. After you are happy with the way that your first jellyfish umbrella looks, it's time to move on to the second one. So I'm grabbing my white chalk, and then I'm gonna roughly sketch a kind of oval shape around the top part. As you can see in the tiny reference photo, I'm gonna use the white to outline where I want my jellyfish will be. After I have that, I'm going to start shading in the highlights, just like here. And moving on, we're going to start coloring in the jellyfish. So I'm starting with the darkest color again, which is my blue, and coloring it at the bottom. Now moving on to the lighter colors, so I'm going to take my light blue, and we can remember that our light source was here, so that's where I'm going to color in the blue. And now I'm going to go in with purple, which is a darker color on the right side of the jellyfish, since that's where it's further from our light source. And after that, I'm going in with my pink, which is kind of a mid-tone, to blend the two colors together. And just like we did before, we're going to start blending at the lightest colors. Once again, I'm going to go over the top of my original colors with another layer. Here I'm just fixing up my jellyfish so that it's bigger, but if you don't need to do that, you can just fast forward. Yay! So now that we're done with the umbrellas, we're gonna start drawing the tentacles. To do this, I'm going to do a bunch of swoopy motions, so just like this, and then just keep repeating that until you're satisfied with the amount of legs. I'm also alternating the colors, and the colors I'm choosing are the same as the ones I used in the umbrella, but since it's your jellyfish, you can pick whatever colors you'd like. Now that we have those done, this is the important part. So make sure your fingers are wiped clean, and we're just gonna do a light swoop down the direction of where our tentacles are. So just like this, I'm creating downward motions with my fingers to give the jellyfish tentacles more movement, like they're moving around in the ocean. Now that we've finished that jellyfish, we're going to move on to the second one, repeating just like you did in the first jellyfish. So I'm just creating a bunch of random swoopy motions with my chalk so that it gives the swimming effect like the jellyfish are floating in the sea. And don't forget to tap your chalks away so that the process of blending it out doesn't get too messy. And now you know what to do, so we're just gonna blend out the tentacles. I'm going in the direction that I drew them in, so just like this, so that they look smooth and flowy. And now I'm going to add some texture in the tentacles by using a white chalk and just dotting lines like this along the tentacles. Now we can move on to our background, and the reason I didn't do the background first is with chalk pastels, it's kind of hard to layer. So I'm gonna take my darkest color, which is this light blue, and kind of do like a halo effect around the top part. And as you can see in the tiny reference, we're gonna make it be like a gradient where it's lighter in the center and it gets darker on the outside. Once again, I'm starting with my lightest colors and blending it to my dark colors. So once you have finished blending out your background and you're happy with the way it looks, I'm going to grab a light color. You can do whatever color you like, but I'm using this light blue here. And I'm going to draw like the texture that jellyfish have on their umbrellas. So I'm going to do kind of like a clover shape. So I'm going to do a petal here, and then one more here. And the reason you can't see the fourth one is because our jellyfish is curved, so we can only see the four sides. And moving on to the ridges, I'm going to draw rounded lines to give it a more circular effect. Repeating the same thing with the other jellyfish, I'm going to draw my shape on top. You can do whatever shape you'd like. You can do a flower, you can do a heart, a star, or you can do nothing at all. And then adding the ridges that make the jellyfish look even more 3D and round. After that, I'm going in with a clean finger just to very lightly blend the ridges with the rest of the jellyfish so that it doesn't look too harsh. And yay, we are done with our jellyfish. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and drawing with me today. And have a good day, everyone. Bye! So as a tip to clean up all the mess, I recommend using a wet wipe or just a wet paper towel, and this will soak up all the chalkiness. And I'm just scooping it into a pile like this and then kind of patting the towel down on the powder, and this should clean up your mess. And after that, you can just take a normal wipe and wipe over everything again and your surface will be clean. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye!